All right, everybody, it's time for another episode of Monkey Hero Adventures. We're going to pick up with the main scenario quest right where we left off. I think we were about to go get sent to Gridania. I believe we're probably going to have another dungeon to do, which we will be doing with the single player mode, just again to show you guys how you can do it. Call to the Forest. Ready to hear about the job then? Sorry, guys. Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. And that's all I know. But whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it'll pose any trouble for a venture as survived the bedlam in Sastasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother Mione, my counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, mate. Alright, so once again, since we attuned, we can teleport there. And then go talk to Mione. Wow, there's a lot of people here. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come to take your... Oh, not here to dine? Dare I hope that you're an adventurer Baderon sent word about? You are! The matron be praised. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mione, and the Carline Canopy is my place. With regard to the task in question, there's a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Let's get some high potions here. Go ahead and switch those out for those. Alright, fire in the gloom. Ready for the briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Mione, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward? And good evening to you too, Bowlord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. My thanks for answering the call, friend. My name's Lewin, and I lead the men and women of the God's Quiver. Now time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat in Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud there lies an underground burial site called the Tamterra Deepcroft. The place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been skulking about the Deepcroft with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched our best men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at our disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I've been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twelveswood, lest we be taken unawares. The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the Lambs of Dalamud. Can we rely on you to undertake this task, friend? Well, of course. You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear. May the crystal guide you and keep you. Alright, let's go knock it out. Alright, so if we look, see that it's in Central Shroud. I believe we can just go straight out that other way, but I don't know if that takes us to the... oh, it does take us to the Central Shroud. Okay, I could have just went out the gate. But instead, we're going to use the Aetherite. And we're just going to pick that gate. And here we go. Before, you used to have to walk around the entire map to unlock it, but now, auto unlocks, which is nice. Alright, first stop we're going to here is Bent Branch Meadows. So we can attune. And then from there, we'll run down to the Deep Croft. Easy peasy, lemon sneezy. There we go. What is this blue quest up here? Ah, that's the housing district for lavender beds. It's fine. Can knock them both out while we're down here. Alright, we got our attunement, so we know we can get back again real quick and easy. And while we're down here, we'll go ahead and talk to this lady. Open up the lavender beds housing area. While I stuff my face with berries and whipped cream. Yes, I know. That's it. We'll turn that in next time we're at Bent Branch. Alrighty, heading over to the second dungeon. What's up, man? You're a monkey hero, I take it. Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bowlord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deep Croft and purge it of the Lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the calamity put an end to the Sixth Astral Era. The cultists took the Lesser Moon Dalamud for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation. and so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say, everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deep Croft, you may be sure no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. Yes, sir, I will. Well, let's go in there with some NPCs. And here we go. Lucky for us, unlike Sashtasha, they're in a whole bunch of like extra little areas to do to try to 100%. Normally, again, if we had real people, we'd just grab all these guys together, but we don't, so we kind of have to do it this way. Also, I think normally, let's see how many guys we can do at once here. Issue that this low level ninja, or I'm sorry, rogue, doesn't have any AoEs, and the NPCs don't seem to use AoEs very much, if at all. They sure as heck don't die though. And conjurers do DPS, that's good. But it is one of those things. The dungeon is slower, but in the same instance, you know, you don't have to wait for a time for a queue. That's always nice. Go grab this last guy too. These early dungeons are pretty basic. You just, you know, kill stuff. Not a whole lot of mechanics unless you get to the final boss. Hey, a level. I got Alien Edge, even though I can't use it in here. Because it's too high level, but... That guy was back there, huh? This is probably not super interesting, but yeah. So this is just kind of how these dungeons go. Again, usually very much quicker because the tank can AoE down and the other DPS will AoE down and all that jazz. And we pull bigger packs, but using the NPCs, I might queue up for the next one. Who knows? I just don't want there to be a bunch of time where I'm waiting on a thing to pop. But I could always edit that out. Shit. We are almost done with this. Of course, I do know that the next one is going to send us to a dungeon in Ul'dah, but you know what? Getting these two dungeons out of the way seems like a pretty good idea. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Kill these guys, and then we are on to the final boss. Octo the Unforgiven, you are dead. Kill all those lambs of Dalamud. And their little imps. And little grave diggers. And these guys. That. Get these orbs. And this time. last time. Yep. You don't actually have to kill all those little ads. I think the NPCs are, but I'm just going to focus on him. And he did. Ooh, another level. Well, let's go. Get out of here, Cthulhu Mind Flayer looking bitch. Alrighty. And now we got to report back to Mione. I'm going to take a short stop at Bent Branch to turn this in. We'll talk to Mione and maybe we'll get that another dungeon going. Yeah, I went to the houses. Thank you for my, 10 experience points. Yep, I can teleport to the residential. Yay, okay. Let's go to Gridania. And so I have the level 25 quest open for Rogue, but I'm going to wait, I think, and do the 25 and the 30 together. And because then after the 25, after the 30, there's a second 30 that is where you become a ninja. So I might as well just do them all together. And that'll be another video where we just finish off our Rogue quests, finish that storyline, and then start the ninja storyline. Welcome back, Monkey. I'm reliably informed that the foray into the Deepcroft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. Baderon's rising endorsement left me in little doubt of your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourselves, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. That's the group from Sastasha. Avir's gone, and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he'd still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Bah! To hell's with your pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by the way of some parting advice, get rid of Avir's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it, but God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, all right? Wait, don't leave me, please. I'm so sorry, Avir. Please forgive me. Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes 12 times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventures of your experience. I can send men like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ul'dah. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word, and I'll be glad to share the details with you. Welcome to the Carline Canopy, a place of respite for adventurers like yourself. It is an honor indeed to receive visitors from afar. As you might imagine, the Twelveswood are scarcely begun to recover from the devastation wrought by the calamity, and Gridania wants for all the help it can get. I hope we can count on yours. Wait, did I talk to her too fast? I think I did. Before it could... I was like, why is she saying that? So you're not adverse to taking a little trip. Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the quicksand. Think of her as the Sultan's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you in the midst of danger, but I have every confidence you'll pull through unscathed. Now, off you go, monkey, and good luck. And we go to Ul'dah next. This to go to the Adventurers Guild. Hey, Momodi. Welcome to the quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for the ale. Are you called Monkey Hero by any chance? Muni sent word you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all this way to listen to me prattle. Doubtless you've eager to get started. So let's talk business, shall we? The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Gods almighty! Another second under that sun and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you'd be so kind. Excellent time at Papashan. It just so happens the adventurer who'll be handling your petition is here. So this is the strapping lad that is the much-lauded adventurer, is he? Marvelous, marvelous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, good sir. I am Papashan, formerly the Sultan's Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Mayhap you apprise Monkey of his mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by the acquaintance of mine and the Amagina and Sons mineral concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at the Copperbell mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are the clan known as the Hecatoncheires, fearsome creatures who were sealed in the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Hecatoncheires to work their mines, by way of enchanted helms. They were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as it oft the ways in such tales, the enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecatoncheires, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowest levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well, now that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell mines in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened as to meet the rise in demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think those poor creatures are still alive kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them all a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so as long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. God bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell Mines is in western Thanolin. Do take care, you hear? Ah, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amagina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell Mines well. It would may behoove you to seek his counsel. Alright, well. Hey, he's right there. Look at that. You looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So you're an adventurer who volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, mate. I just hope you got the skills to go with them, because things ain't pretty down there. The Hecaton shears left the place in a right state, and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second Ul dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would have never thought to reopen it. We knew full and well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rocks for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt and want to aught to build with. Stones tortures, keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck. Alright, well, we do not have any teleports into Western yet, but we were going to get one. First thing we're going to do here, go to our Aetheryte, and go out the gate that takes us to Western, the Sultana Gate, right there. And there it is. And now we got a good run, because Copperbell's there. You can't see it, but Horizon is right there. That's our Aetheryte. We are definitely going to attune to that. I'm not going to waste time grabbing the residential area one for this. It's right there. We can do that later. Yeah, I might grab it because I'm here, but I'm not going to do it. Let's just put it that way. Come back and do that later when I got my choky bow or a mount or something. Yeah. And then we're off. Get our sprint on here. This is the Thanolin area. A little deserty, but you know, it's got some foliage, got some cactuses. And Ul'dah again, and that's where you would have started if you were a gladiator, thaumaturge, or pugilist. I don't think I missed any. Yeah, those are the 3. And of course, most of the crafts are there. Got your alchemist, and you got your goldsmith, and you got your weaver. Actually, I guess that's but your miner's also there too. I feel like I'm missing one there. Goldsmith, weaver, alchemist. No, that's just those 3. Because blacksmith and armorsmith and culinarian are all in Limsa. And leather worker and carpenter are both in Gridania. Alright, cool. So we got this down, so at least we can teleport back and forth. Oh yeah, Choker Keep. There you go. Cool. Alright. Now let's go over here to the mines. Let's knock this dungeon out and put a wrap on this video. Fortunately, nobody is on. So I can't ask for help. I can try to queue it up as a group just to show you what the group looks like, I guess. Well, hopefully, we'll look and see what it says the average time is. If the average time is long, we'll just use the NPCs again. Because even with the NPCs, the dungeons are only taking like 15 minutes. And I think it's like 10 to 12 with a group if they know what they're doing. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. Here we are to ensure that effects are contained. But for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the Hecatongers? Oh, I didn't think the Papachon was able to find someone so quickly. If at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see them, the better. Make ready as best you can and enter at will. Alright. So let's see. What is if I use the duty finder? What does it say the average wait time is? It says 6 minutes. I don't feel like waiting 6 minutes. I think we're going to go in. I think the difference between what it would take with NPCs and what it takes with people is definitely 6 minutes or less, right? So, yeah, I feel like that's probably right. As I remember correctly, I think there's some areas in a way you can skip. As long as you just run, the enemies will reset and stuff, and so I can kind of maybe finagle the tank to do that. Our eager marauder over here. Getting much here in the first area, you just gotta kind of kill these guys, and then drop the key so we can open that door. Key. Open up the door here. Oh, you know what? That second boss. Oh, man. I don't know how smart the NPCs are. Also, are y'all coming? Hopefully they'll just teleport to me. Yeah, good. Yeah, the second boss, I forgot about that. I had some weird mechanics. No, I think if I do this, if I run all the way through over here, can I get the tank to come with me? If I come and start fucking with this guy right here, tank should teleport up to me, and then those other guys will back away, right? You coming, tank? He is not coming. He said this was too far for him. There we go. Okay, he's coming, but he's like bringing him back. Don't bring him back. Don't bring him back. Oh, he's not letting me cheese it. What is he doing? Oh, this idiot. What an idiot. Oh, man. Alright. Well, that was worth a try. Oh well, no cheesies today. You know what? Y'all handle that for a second. I'm going to open this part of the map. Thank you. You know, they did go back and change a bunch of stuff on some of these older dungeons to make it easier to do with the NPCs. I wonder if that second boss is different now. Because, if not, that is definitely going to be an issue. Oh. You don't pick up the stuff and blow up the wall anymore either. That's different. Oh wait, no, it's right there. Okay. I thought there used to be some back in there. I guess they put both of them here now because people were missing it the other place. I'm not sure. Go ahead. Get this done. Oh, they changed this completely. Okay. Wow, I haven't done this since the changes. So now it's just a fight against this guy. So it used to be, if you look up there on the top, a bunch of bombs and spriggans and stuff used to come out. You had to fight them. And then eventually this guy would come out and you killed him and he would drop the key to finish. Now he has like moves and stuff. Like, what is this? I've never seen this. Oh yeah, this is completely different. Oh, did I step in too early? No. It's actually a boss with mechanics. That's different. I like it. Can't stun him. Here, I'll try. Faint him. Alright, so now at least I have faith that the second boss will definitely be different for sure. Let me show you guys how you do this shit. Come on now. Now, this fight definitely takes a lot longer. Well, the fight against him, this part takes longer than it did because he didn't used to have this much HP. But I don't know if this overall fight probably is about the same length because before you had to sit there and wait and wait and wait and wait for all these stupid little tiny mobs to come out. So, all right, oh, the key's over here now. Okay. And then in here, there was like some enemies, but we just run past them, and they would despawn. Did they take them out? Is the question. They did. Okay, there used to be 2 bomb enemies in here. You just run past them and go here and hit the lever. Nobody ever fought them, so I guess I finally took them out. That's smart. Yeah, I like this. They didn't make any changes, by the way. Sashtasha and Tam are the exact same, Tamtara. But this is completely different, and I like this because, yeah, this would be a nightmare with the NPCs if you didn't. Like, this is different, too. Oh, no, it's not. You gotta come over here and kill the blasting caps. That's right, to get the stuff. Fire and sand. Yeah, I'm very interested to see what they decided to do with this second boss. He's still there. I don't see the thing that spawns the bomb, though. Oh, wait, does he just take damage now? I guess he does. So this is completely different. So it used to be this guy was invincible. And there's like a little thing here. You spawned a bomb. And the bomb would come out. And the tank would have to get the bomb and blow him up so that he would divide into smaller pieces. And that would happen multiple times. What is... Oh my goodness. This is definitely different. And so then he would be 2. Then you have to break him again into 4. And then you could start... and then you could finally damage and kill all the little ones. Okay, this is... I mean, it's interesting. It's different. Is he stunnable? Nope. Yeah, this dungeon got a complete rework. I like this. Guys, just because you're doing hits doesn't mean you have to look away and not fucking do damage. It's kind of funny. I guess their code is just what it is. Like, it's fine. Oh wow, I got him to divide already again. Yeah, and every time he would go down, he would take more and more damage. Oh, you bastard, you moved him that way. It's fine, I'll throw some daggers at him. Oh, another level. We are getting closer and closer and closer to that level 30 where we might become a ninja long before like we even get a chocobo. That is crazy. The amount of experience these days is like, whew, man, that's a lot. That is a lot. Alright. There's no way around it. There's just going to be a lot of killing enemies here. It's fine. Just kill them as quick as we can. Get it over with. Slimes over here anymore? Oh, they're not. Okay. I probably shouldn't have done that. I won't have it for 2 more minutes. I don't think I'm going to be in here 2 more minutes. I don't know. I might line up with boss. It's fine. I wonder if they redid the boss here too, because the boss here like broke through walls and ads spawned. Again, everybody just ignored him and just killed the boss. I wonder if they just changed the final boss into just a boss with like AoE mechanics and stuff. I'm actually kind of excited to see it. Found pleasantly surprised on this dungeon, the redo on it. It wasn't that bad. See, look, we got 13 minutes right now, and there's no way that we'd have been done in 7 minutes with regular people. So, yeah. Slaves no more. Free! Free! Masters must pay. Masters must die. I mean, oh yeah, it's completely different. This is just going to be a completely different fight now. Alright, so I get to see this fight for the first time. Well, let's go. Will I actually get a limit break? I don't know. Ooh. Okay. I better get in, donut. a get out mechanic too, I bet. Yep, there it is. I'm gonna get one more hit in. Okay, I see what you're doing here. Okay. Not stunnable. He's almost dead. Let's see. Well, I will definitely get the limit break. Well, the limit break one at least. And it will kill him when I get it. Oh, maybe I won't get it. Nope, he's gonna die for them. Oh my god, I leveled up again? Holy goodness, the leveling, man. I have not been doing extra stuff, man. And this is... Remember, we went to 12 on Marauder first just so we could unlock this guy. Oh, man. They giving out some experience these days. Alright. Oh, we got our first Orchestrion roll. Look at that. Let's go. Alright. Leaving the duty. Let's go turn this in. Back to Momodi. And I think that's going to be it for us today, guys. Turn this in, and we will have some more adventures another time. Hopefully more adventures more frequently now that my computer is back up and running. And I'm feeling good. I was under the weather for a little bit. Now it'll be time to try to roll through this main scenario, you know. Trying to keep, again, the videos short. And I'm trying to go just with main scenario, just this, you know, that kind of thing. Oh, that's right. We're going to... Look at this. We're reporting. We actually have a instance battle to finish this quest off. I forgot about this. Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ul'dah will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I shall share the good tidings with Papa Sean the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. You don't think to deny it. But please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid for it with my own coin. What rot. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades. You know, help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 as me witness. Please, Avenger, help me, I beg of ye. I swear on my mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. And who the hell's are you when you're at home? The dog's master? I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot, teach him a lesson. Oh, you're about to get messed up, dude. What you got, fools? I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell's you think you're going? You can't. Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over. I'd swear there were more refugees when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation of being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them. It truly does, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought for the Garlean Empire, patrolling the streets for riffraff? May well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. Well, what will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your Dodo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Thanolin. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think that Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery, but peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Hey, sir, are you all right? What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? You saw her by the meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. What? Who said that? I'll overlook this, but just this once. God's bless ye, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done? I don't bear thinking about. Ever the selfless hero, I see. It has been a while, adventurer. I've been watching you closely ever since you flew out of Limsa. You discharged your duty as the Admiral's personal envoy with admirable humility, and have displayed unflattering courage in the face of danger ever since. Whensoever you came upon those in need, you gave them succor with no thought of personal gain. In summary, you have demonstrated all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. For reasons I cannot well explain, your every deed seemed invariably to serve the general good, whether you mean it to or not. It's a happy knack, and one which speaks volume for your character. Yet, all of your admirable qualities, it is your gift which intrigues me the most. I speak of the visions you experience, visions like the one you had mere moments ago. If I am not mistaken, I can provide you with the means to understand them. An acquaintance of mine is blessed with the selfsame talent, you see. If you so desire, I could introduce you to her. She and I fight for a common cause, a cause which would greatly benefit for your support. If you would agree to lend us your strength, we shall be glad to do all within our power to aid you in your personal endeavors. Think of my offer a while. Should you decide to accept it, pray speak with Momodi. The proprietress of the Quicksland is a close friend and ally of ours. Inform her that you have been chosen by the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and she will tell you where to find us. Alrighty. Let's turn this in. And then we're going to be done. Seems like you're becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be all right. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of a bother, come and see me. Just don't get pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing and tell of gentlemen's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Ah, Monkey, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would have ever guessed you had a hard time with the giants in the dark. You're every ilm the adventurer Mione said you'd be. Monkey, the station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew she meant you. Who she meant right away. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one. If truth be told, anyway. I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when... I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would one day be like you. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him of his chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the man you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I'm inspired, just as Avir once was. So, I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask your name. Monkey Hero, I shan't forget. Thank you, Monkey Hero. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be a cool bleeding business. Time was I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they had first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Monkey. Huh? What'd you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? Well, they're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Monkey, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this one. It's a pretty long one. We'll get it posted up there for you pretty quick, but we'll have some more probably in the next couple days. I know the patch comes out Tuesday. So maybe I'll try to get some recorded tomorrow evening or something before the servers go down. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one.